Today I'm going to show you a quick but very deep and impactful sequence that is going to support spinal health but also GI health. They go hand in hand, and we can't work on healing our gut if we don't work on developmental movements that help with that. So we're going to start in all fours, and in all fours get hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and we're just doing a little bit of a shoulder blade push-up, just making sure that we are in our best neutral shoulder blade position. So find the middle there. And then you can do some cat and cow. Actually, I call this cat and dog because I don't see a lot of cows, but I do see where the angry cat can do this and the happy dog lifts its tail. Then find your neutral spine from there. That's where we're preserving our natural curve. So you probably can't see all that well, but I have a neutral spine throughout. And from here, we're now going to take one leg to the side and look to that side. So I call this wag the dog. And this exercise is really important for the spinal galant reflex, which is tied not only to spinal health. Those of you that have some curvature in the spine like scoliosis, this is a really good one for you. But it's also tied to bowel, bladder, pelvic floor health. So I give this to a lot of the people that I serve that are working on their GI health in that way too. Now, we're going to go ahead and lower down into forehead, forearms down, moving into another developmental reflex movement for the symmetrical tonic neck reflex. So important for the entire spine, and it gives you a break from being on all fours. And then sitting back, chest is lifted, looking straight ahead, and then coming into all fours. So let's do that again, lowering down, and then sitting back and coming to all fours. We're going to do this one more time. Now, if you're doing an all fours sequence, whether it's this one or another one, and you need a break from the weight bearing, that's a great sequence to go into because it gives you a break from putting all the weight on the hands, and the shoulders get a break too. We're going to go back to wag the dog. So we're going side to side, and you will probably find, like I do, that one side has more range of motion than the other. That's pretty typical. Staying here, curl your toes under. We're going to rock back and forth. This is another great nervous system nourishing exercise, and it's also a nice chance to get off that full weight bearing if you're still working up to weight bearing on the hands and wrists. Stay here, toes are curled, lift the knees barely off the ground, barely. Feel that core working, abdominals wrapping around to low back and lower. And let's do that again. Go ahead and lift up and lower. Now we're going to slide opposite arm and leg. We're just sliding, we're not lifting. And so sliding along, eyes look down at the floor. You want your chin perpendicular to the floor. This is going to empower the back body. It's also loving on the nervous system, integrating the nervous system because we are using opposite arm and leg, right? It's that contralateral movement. We stay here, we press in, we create that isometric, and then float the arm and leg up. Keep the arm here, bend the knee in and out. This is a great exercise if you're dealing with constipation. And then bring that knee and hand underneath you. Slide to the opposite side, press there for an isometric, lift, and then take that knee in and out. Deep, deep breath. Stay balanced in your pelvis as best you can. And then bring the hand underneath you, knee underneath you. Lower down, forehead down, tailbone up. This is an amazing, amazing way to open the pelvic floor. Sit back, chest is lifted, and come to all fours. And you can repeat any parts of that sequence that really speak to you, that you really love, and go from there. I'd love to hear how this felt for you. Send me an email, drop a comment.